It's October here in Szpakowo, and now we have our farm buildings plotted and built at the new location that we set up last month. We also need to harvest the small soybean field, and of course, this month we finished combining the 2 fields up north into one bigger field. You can find a link to this series in the description or the comments below, and of course, check out the channel page for other farming series you might like. Well, first thing today is selling milk, and then we're going to head down to where I have our farm set up in the new location. I got that set up through the rest of September. Now, of course, it's October, and our farm is mostly moved. We have everything at the new location that we need. There's some money for our milk. There's still some equipment, I think. Yes, there's still some equipment at our original farm location that needs to be moved down. And, well, this month we're going to be working on a few things, such as, expanding our northern wheat field. Now that both of those fields are harvested, we can combine that into one wheat field. There's quite a bit to do in October because I didn't get as much done in September as I wanted to. There was only one September episode, of course. Spent most of September getting our farm set up. We're totally moved again, except for a few pieces of equipment. The buildings are there and such like that. There's still some driveway paving and gravel that needs to go down in some places, things like that. But the farm is looking pretty good. Let's get the our milk trailer back down to our new farm and we'll check it out. All right, up here is our new farm location. You can see that, yeah, we've got it pretty set up. Got, last time you guys saw this, it was an empty lot, but I showed you what buildings we were going to have, where we were going to have them. So you can see there's our cattle pen. And, oh yes, there was some landscaping that had to be done. There was a lot of stuff that had to be done. Looking at it from this angle, it's very much not flat. Well, I was looking at it from the road down there, and it kind of looked flat. Well, it's definitely not. There was some landscaping that had to be done, but looking from here is actually a pretty good point of view. You can see there's our cattle barn, and it's also a vehicle shed. It's kind of in an L shape-ish. And then back behind that is a manure pit. I had to do some landscaping there. I'll show you that. Then we have, I got us 2 bunker silos in the back, and and then right here, this soybean field is finally ready to be harvested. I did purchase this. I don't know if I showed that. I did go ahead and purchase, other side, this soybean field here. We're going to purchase, I did purchase that. Sorry. I purchased this, and because this piece of land right here is what's between our farm and this road. Now that we own this piece of land, we can get rid of these soybeans. And, yeah, there's a better point of view up here for sure. And that'll give us this whole plot of land on the corner right here. Really good because it's hard to move down this road with any kind of wide tractor, without touching either of these fields. And so we're going to be harvesting that soybean field today. And I am going to replant it because we don't need that much. We don't need any more open land. We have enough space for our farm. Yeah, finally, after moving out of town, we finally have enough space for our farm. We're not going to plant anything there. We are. We're going to plant grass is what I'm getting to. We're going to plant grass there, so we'll have a nice grass field right next to our cattle pen. That works out. And so it's grass, so it'll be used for something, and it's great because just being grass, we'll be able to drive over it is the other thing. We can park vehicles on it, drive over it. It won't be in the way. For now, I've just been parking the milk trailer for here, right in front of it. Well, it's kind of blocking access to the cattle pen, but yeah, that's true, actually. It is. Let's move it forward just a tick. I'm getting some frame drops here. I could take a guess why. It could be because this is supposed to be an empty field and I have a whole farm complex built here. Regardless, some frame drops into the 40s, so I hope it doesn't affect the video too much. It's not too bad. Like, lowest is going, 45? Anyway, I need a place to dump this manure. All right, so here's the front of our property, and one thing I did, I made a small mistake in, it's not too bad, but I put this cattle shed a little close to the front of the property. It makes it kind of a pain to turn in there. If you have a trailer full of cattle feed, it's kind of hard to make the turn in here to the cattle. I should have put that farther back off the road. And also, again, I didn't, when I put this here, the elevation changes were a bit of a difficulty. As you can see, this is a bit higher than the road. So we have, again, but there's been a lot of landscaping done. and everything's smoothed out. Of course, when we put the cattle pen in, it sunk everything down in elevation. I didn't realize that the hill went up this much, but we made the best of it. As you can see, it looks really nice. We have a fence back here. This is like the manure area and such for the cattle. We could put some other things for decoration out here. There's more decorating I want to do. So I put a little parking area up here for the vehicles. And, oh darn, there was a bigger one of these on sale, and that was last month, and I missed that. Yeah, I want to upgrade this. This is just too small for the number of cattle we have now. They have been, well, doing what animals do and reproducing. So we got a storage area back here for bales. Everything's pretty nice and neat. And, yeah, this is all pretty set up. I really like it. Yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. This is a much more adequate size farm for what we have going here. It really worked out well. Well, let's get to harvesting these soybeans. This should be a pretty quick task. It's right here. Our harvester's right here. Oh yeah, we get this truck. We get the manure in the truck. I'm not sure where to put it. This is the last of the bulk materials from our farm up north. And well, we're gonna have to put it somewhere. Yeah, because we need the truck bed for harvesting. You know what? The truck could also use a wash. Now, there's certainly work left to do here. As you can see, we have a driveway coming in. I put all this in, of course, had all this put in, especially for our farm. Driveway coming in. We got this all paved with gravel here, except the driveway kind of stops out here. Yeah, some stuff is still in progress. One thing we need a vehicle wash. We need a pressure washer. I need to wash that truck off. Where would be a good spot for a pressure washer? I think this would be a decent place for a pressure washer, or like even inside here. All right, pressure washer right here, and now I'm getting inexplicable frame drops. Okay, pressure washer right here. Now, just a side note, because I've had to start and stop a few times here, I am getting serious frame drops. I don't know what's causing that. So hopefully today's video will be fine. There might be some cuts here and there because, or more, you know, cuts in places I wouldn't normally have them, because occasionally it's dropping me down to like 20, which is really bad. I don't know why. It could be absolutely anything. I was having frame drops yesterday, and that's why there's no September episode. I don't think it's because of this. I mean, so I built a little farm down here, big deal. It could be because of anything on my computer. Literally, it could be like anything causing it at all. So everything should be fine. Just FYI. Let's find a place to put this manure. So if I complain about frame drop, then I don't know how much actually comes through in the video. The video only records 30 frames a second, so you guys might not even see them. All right, we are putting this. I guess it would make sense to put it back here. Well, we have silage. That's true. We don't want to put it near the silage. I was thinking, hey, they're both brown bulk materials. Yeah, but one is what the cows eat, and one is the opposite. So let's not put them together, shall we? Let's put this. Let's put it somewhere in the back, maybe. Yeah, we can. I don't know what we're doing back here just yet, but we can put manure back here. Let's just drop this right here, and if we have to move it later, we can move it later. You know, I could have put this, you know where I could have put it. Yeah, now that I've completely dumped it all out, I could have put it behind the cattle pen where the manure spawns. Yeah. So, project for later. Moving that 100 yards over to the rear of the cattle pen where, wow, I'm bright today, aren't I? Yeah, I'm with it for sure. Oh yeah, we put that pressure washer in. Let's wash off the truck and grab that harvester and get the soybeans harvested. We'll get grass planted there. But there's so much to do this month because I didn't get as much done last month. Well, we'll see. I'll take this one thing at a time. Let's get this guy sprayed off. That looks a little better. I want to leave some dirt on it. That way it looks like a farm truck. Now, I got most of this smoothed out. I was just driving to the backyard over here. I got most of this smoothed out. The tricky part was actually putting this road in here. I'm quite proud of this. This was the tricky part because when the cattle pen was placed, of course, it sunk all this ground down back here. And yeah, we got a road carved pretty nicely up here for coming out the back of the cattle pen where the manure is down there. Yeah, this is where I should have dumped the manure, where the cow's output is. Well, I'll fix that. Let's park the truck over here by the soybean field. I definitely want to work on expanding that wheat field up north. That's like a definite thing we're doing today. Harvesting these soybeans is just going to be, yeah, because we have the big tractor up there for expanding the field where you're going to be using the big tractor, the Big Bud. I was going to use the Case IH, but I want to put some use on our Big Bud. And the Big Bud is, you can definitely get it down here. Oh, absolutely. You can drive it anywhere on the map, but it's a little tight through here, so I want to get this harvested first. And I'm looking for a corn header. Wow, this thing could use a wash too. I'm looking for a corn header. I'm hoping that a discounted one comes on sale. One hasn't yet. There is a cornfield that needs harvesting that I said I would do, but it might. I'm putting it off. I do want to find a discounted corn header. If I can't, well, there's a decent one we can buy, but we might put the corn harvest off until next month. It can wait a month. Soybeans, however, have to be harvested this month. Plus, yeah, I want to get these up so we can get grass planted here and drive over it. So we can probably just pull this right here and hitch it, huh? Well, that's a big, I guess that's a wheat field. That is big. That is, oh, it's canola. I didn't know you could plant canola this time of year. Well, you can't. I guess they must have planted that a couple months ago. Well, it looks like last month. Well, either way, that's a big field. How big is that? Oh, it's not that big. I mean, compared to a lot of fields around here, I suppose it is, actually. And I totally missed the fact that I parked that milk trailer there. How can we quickly move that? Where's our tractor? Still getting to know where stuff is at here. Let's get this milk trailer moved. Don't have a proper place to park it. I guess we could back it in one of those spaces, but these trailers are hard to back up. Let's see. Well, yeah, there's really not an open space in the garage because one is for the truck, one is for the harvester. Let's just park it by the house for now. I think it'll be okay here. So there's the little house I had built for us here. All right, now we can get to the harvest. Still getting things kind of set here. Yeah, this will be a lot easier once it's a grass field. See, it's kind of hard to get to it. Oh, let's unfold the harvester. I didn't forget this time. I'll have to start the first row kind of at an angle like this. That's okay. This will be grass, and yeah, that'll be great for a couple reasons, you know, because we have the cattle right there, so it's easy access. And, well, of course, we'll be able to drive over it. So we'll add this to our silo of all the things we have to sell later on. December is going to be a big month. Of course, that's a couple months away, but December is going to be great because all of that, the wheat, the oats, the triticale, all that stuff, we're going to sell in December. In addition, I had mentioned, yeah, we're going to go Christmas present hunting in December as well. So December is going to be a pretty big income month. The Christmas present thing, of course, those are just collectibles, and I like collectibles. I always like hunting those out. I found a few more here. There's still quite a few left, but in December those will become available, and I'll be able to see those, although I've already found several of them. I figured we'll, the rest of them, well, I found 2 of them. We'll wait till December when they properly appear, and we'll pick those up. We'll easily be able to harvest this with, yeah, one go in our hopper. I really like the look of this farm down here. I think it's laid out really nicely. It has a good look to it. Almost kind of looks like it's meant to be here. But to be fair, that cattle enclosure is included with the map, so it does fit right in looks-wise, as well as the house. That house is a placeable that was also included, you know, amongst the mods required for the map. So the architecture style does blend in with the other buildings, and yeah, I think it's worked pretty well into the land. I think it kind of looks like it belongs here, and that's cool. And the location, I love the location of it. So close to so many things. The main bale sell point, of course, is right over there where that blue and green, those blue and green trucks are down there. I'm spraying soybean chaff in his canola field. Sorry about that, buddy. Yeah, there's still a few things that we left up at the old, you know, where our little farm plot was in town. If you could even call it a farm plot. It was a house with a backyard. Our plow's up there, but we'll be grabbing that on our way to expand the field up there. And what else did I leave up there? Oh, our lime spreader is up there. The baler is up there. Yeah, so still a few trips to bring some stuff down. And I think that's pretty much it for updates on moving the farm. I mean, that was a pretty big operation, particularly moving all the bulk storage stuff like manure, silage, and things like that. Oh, and the bales. All right. Oh, yeah, truck's over here. We'll get this dropped off, and I think we're done with the harvester for now until we harvest that corn. And we still need a header to do that with. When we get the chance, we'll convert this over to grass. And that'll be great. And then harvester, I guess we should go park this somewhere. Well, back where it goes, yeah. Let's park the harvester back where it goes. And let's see if we can swing this header around where it goes. Think I can? I think we can. You know, we could just park the harvester right here. Well, let's keep it inside. Let's keep it inside where it was. Actually, I think it'd be better in this bay here. Easier to pull out. Kind of more of a straight shot out if it's parked here. And did I pull it back in far enough? I did. All right, so let's get our tractor. Let's get up to that, what used to be the wheat field. We'll come plant grass down here when I have a chance. I'm dying, as I have been for a few months, to work on that field expansion. And the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to go up to our old farm. Our plow's up there. We can finally make that connection between the two fields, move them into one field, and we can expand it overall. There's no reason not to. Oh yes, and our seeder is up here as well. Yeah, I always forget that thing is there, but we're up here to grab our plow. Yeah, most all of our stuff has gone off this property now. Wow, it looks so empty. Oh, it's so empty. No. Oh, I did get the lime spreader. I got the lime spreader and the baler, apparently. Okay, hey, see, I moved more stuff down there than I thought. In fact, the only thing we have left here is the plow. Am I seeing that right? Yeah. All right. I guess they must be parked in... I guess I didn't see. They must be in one of those bays, vehicle bays down there. Ah, that was last month. Come on. I don't even remember what I had for breakfast. All right, so here was the original wheat field. Then this was an oat field because when we plowed this, the wheat was already growing. So now we're going to join these. There'll be one field. And then over here, you can see where we can expand this over. Yeah, there's no reason not to. So let's start with right here. Just going to erase this line. And two fields become one. All right, so due to some technical issues, I had to cut that out, but here we've got the fields connected. So let's go ahead and, well, we got a cultivator set up on our big tractor. We can bring that down here and do this. And yeah, we can get all this cultivated and properly made into a field. Well, I mean, you know, it's largely properly a field, but it'll all be one thing now. Let's get this parked over here out of the way, and we'll get our big tractor down here. Oh yeah, you know, the last time we did this, I blocked off the road. I think we'll be fine. I blocked traffic last time because the big passes with the cultivator got really close to the road. I think we'll be good. Let's go get that tractor. Finally, putting the big Bud to some real use. Well, that said, we did use it on that one field down south that we created, where we turned our grass field into, well, just an empty field. But yeah, we used it to cultivate that. But so this is the second time we're actually using our big Bud. Well, it'll see more use for sure. As we get bigger lands and this and that, it'll get more use. Right now, it's about carefully maneuvering it down here. It's easier to move on the back roads, but we can still move it around on these roads here. Yeah, and now I'm remembering why we blocked the road. Because to cultivate this part, we have to swing in pretty close to the road. Let's get out here in the field. And that said, when we did do it, got it pretty good, so let's get this unfolded, and I can get the road cones, but I think we'll be fine. And then once we get this cultivated, wow, it's a pretty big area, actually. It's a good thing we got the big equipment. Yeah, zooming out here, it's actually pretty big. Try to get this where we want it, about right here. Yep, we're going to work this, get this all tilled in together. So I guess this is the beginning of our fall tillage. There's a few fields I need to go over. Try to do this as smooth as I can. Oh yeah, that's right, because that fence is right there. I wasn't even looking at that. Wasn't even looking at that fence right there. I was just trying to get a smooth line around the corner, which... Okay, now we got to watch these trees here. Nice and slow, watch the trees. It's great we got this big tractor and this big tool to do this. Now, I said I wanted to expand the field some more because there's some more ground out there. Yeah, we will. And we can do it with this because technically that out there is a field. It's grass field. So technically this will turn up whatever's out there. Some of the field will be in different states than the other because like this right here was planted with a crop and then harvested, you know. And this out here is a grass field, but it'll all be good to go. Question is, where's the actual border of this land? And we're going to have to look for it. Yeah, we're going to have to look for the edge of the grass field up here. Oh, I think I see it. Yeah, that's it up there. Wow, so there's quite a bit more room to expand here then. Yeah, see, I thought about plowing this. I thought about plowing this as I did over there, but... it's a grass field, so it is a field. Wow, this is, yeah, so this combined field is going to be a lot bigger than the original, which is great. You know, we get the equipment to work it. We got everything we need to work a big area like this now. And here we're going to have to come in with some smaller equipment for that tight little corner in there, obviously. That is the price of working with big equipment and tight corners. Although, I think we can get this here. Let's see. Whoops, I don't want to cut into his field. There we go. Yeah, because this will tear up his field, obviously, so I'm trying not to... I think I may have clipped one or two plants. Yeah, like up there, I can see a place where we did just a little bit. All right, well, now we got the outside of it done, so all that's left to do now is the really fun stuff with the big tractor, you know. But I love this big Bud. There's such a great deal I mean, it has a lot of hours on it, but big deal, right? It's a cool tractor to get to work with. And there's some pretty big fields out here in Szpakowo that we can have the opportunity to work. Doing the contracts, I did some contracts where we got to, they weren't in any of the videos, but I did some contracts in between some episodes to make money on some of the really big fields. And it's fun to use your own equipment for this kind of stuff. I think so. I think there's something genuinely fun about using your own equipment for contracts because, I don't know, it makes me feel like a contractor for a job, which is, well, like literally what it is. But, you know, where something fun about, well, I think I told you guys before that I used to have a business mowing lawns, right? And of course I had my own equipment, tractors, mowers, weed eaters, that kind of stuff, a truck and trailer. And, you know, you show up where you're doing the job with your own trailer, with your own equipment on it, and just, it's cool that way, right? And so I like doing contracts. So even if, what I mean is, even though it costs extra money to invest in your own equipment, I think it feels way better doing a contract with your own equipment than renting the equipment, you know, that you can for the contract. It's way more fun to invest in a fleet of vehicles, even if you don't have them, and taking that to the job. It's definitely more fun. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Of course, that's like why when I started doing those baling contracts, I took out a $50,000 loan so that we could get baling equipment to do it with, and I think it's way more fun. So I guess that's all a big thing of why I like having this big cool tractor that you know, that I like anyway. And of course this is not a contract, this is our field, but you know, just that's why I got it. You know, I got it because we were doing contracts. Just got a little bit left to do here and then some at the other end. Yeah, big area, but this big cultivator, this belongs to my friend Nick down at the cattle farm over there. He uses it for his big cornfield. That really made quick work of this. We could absolutely get one of these for our farm, something bigger like this. I mean, we're making decent money in this winter. Yeah, this winter, particularly in December. I know we're going to have a lot of grain and stuff to sell. And buying a big tool like this, well, having more big fields would more justify the cost. Although right now, I guess the more immediate cost is, I do plan on planting corn next year, and I want to harvest corn this year as well. So a corn header, and that's kind of a big cost. We're looking at least probably like at least realistically like 50 grand for a decent corn header. Like we could get a small corn header for maybe like 20 or 30 grand, but I think it's better to buy a bigger one that we'll need anyway. Might plant one of our fields with wheat just so we have some straw. But really, as I found it last year I kind of over planted wheat. I don't know why. It was one of those things like when you're at the grocery store, you're hungry and you buy way too much food. Yeah, I think I just kind of planted way too much wheat. One of our fields will replant wheat, maybe field 103, the field we originally got as a wheat field, the long rectangular one down south. I'd like to do corn in the other ones, and that's just because, as I said before, I just like doing corn. I'm just checking down here to make sure we got everything down here. Yeah, except for those two corners, and we can come through with our other tractor with a smaller cultivator and get that. But I think this field is pretty well done for now until planting season, although of course it's going to have an uneven lime status on it. You might want to come over with a lime spreader, because whatever lime stated it's in, and I'll check, there's going to be parts of it that need it and parts that don't. So I figure may as well put lime down on the whole field and, you know, basically like reset all of it at once on that front. There's just one more bit to get over here, and that is that. Very cool. All right, so there's our field on the map, and let's have a look at the soil comp. Yeah, that's what I figured. Parts of it would need lime, so I say we put lime on the entire thing, and that way I imagine all logic says it will reset all of that to its to the same state, you know. And fertilization, yeah, we'll fertilize. It'll even out by next year, by next harvest for sure. It'll even out. Oh, let's turn this back on so I don't forget that filter. All right. So let's get this back to my friend's farm. Well, the tractor's obviously going back to our farm, but we're going to take the cultivator back to his. This barely fits down the road to his farm. I mean, like barely, like less than a foot on each side for the wheels. I don't mean on the road. I mean on the road that goes down to his farm. Oh, this thing is such a badass machine. Yeah, it's like less than a foot on each side going down the road to his farm. But as you can see, even a small Polish village like Szpakowo can accommodate big tractors. Yeah, I found that out with the Case IH when I started doing big contracts with it, and I was like, man, is this thing even going to fit on the roads here? Yeah, and it did. I think it might be wider than this. I think it's a hair wider than this, actually. What a beast. Yeah, I like big tractors. I do, but I think anyone who farms likes big tractors. All right. Okay, we got a little more clearance here than I thought. Okay, there's a little more clearance than I thought. Yeah. I thought it was, we got some clearance. Oh, but still, let's, oh, you know, I think it gets more narrow up here. This is what I was thinking of. Okay, yeah, it's like, yeah, it does. It gets more narrow up here. Yeah, see, there's like that much clearance on each side. Yeah, but still, it fits. So we'll get this parked. I think this was parked over by his bunker silos. I'll have to thank him for letting us use this. Hey, we're letting him use our case. Is it here? Yeah, it's parked over there. I thought about using it, but man, since we bought the Big Bud, hardly used it. Okay, we'll just park this here. And then I know there's some other stuff to do on our farm. Well, we can always do more on that field. I'm just trying to think what else. Park this right there. Let's get this back to our farm here. So we've got our soybean field harvested. I'm trying to kind of run through this in my head because the first part of this episode was filmed earlier today, and then I was having serious frame rate issues on my PC. I still don't really know what the issue was, but this is much later in the day for me here in real life. Point is, what you saw earlier was several hours ago. So I'm just recapping it. So we harvested the soybean field. We got... That grain needs to go to the silo. The soybeans need to go to the silo because I don't think I took it down there, or did I? I don't remember. I don't remember taking it down there. Well, let's find out. Yeah, let's find out. I don't think the soybeans are here. I must have just parked the truck or something. Carefully get across the bridge. Oh yeah, no problem. And this is getting parked at our farm down here now, since we have a big vehicle shelter that can accommodate it. Wait, while we're here, is there anything here that needs to go back to the farm? You guys ever do this? I do this all the time. I was like, wait, let's turn around and go back here. And then it's like, oh yeah, it goes at a top speed of 6 miles an hour in reverse. But by now, see, I'm already almost there. I'm already committed, so it's like, well, I guess I may as well just keep backing up, because at this point, it would take longer to turn around. So I'm committed now. We'll just back up at 6 miles an hour. Let's see, is there anything here we want? You know, yeah, kinda, I guess. This 3-point lifter I got for this tractor. It's its only purpose, really. So let's hook the 3-point lifter up to the tractor and take it back. That way, if we need it, you know, it'll be with the Big Bud. I think anything else here, this is all grass working equipment, so having it here is fine. You know, we'll remember that it's here. Yeah, let's pull this back with the Big Bud. It should be in the same place because it's the only reason we have it. All right, let's get back to the farm. Yeah, you know, I was just thinking, yeah, I should put a road in here, because I started to do that. I was thinking about that when I was setting up the farm down here, and I got like the driveway in, and you know, as you saw, some roads, I got some gravel parking area. It needs, and its paths need to be finished, but yeah, we should have a road in there, like at least a gravel road going out to that vehicle enclosure. We'll get that stuff set up. Probably this winter would be a good time, at least when it's not snowing, you know, if I can get it before the snow falls. And this will be a pretty tight fit here, fairly tight. Part of the reason why I wanted to harvest those soybeans, oh yeah, so we're going to plant grass there. I think we should do that this month. You know, the sooner we plant the grass, the sooner it can start growing, and maybe we can even get a grass harvest in before time for grass is. We can harvest it through November. I don't think we'll get a harvest out of it. I think if we plant it now, I don't think it'll be ready to harvest till December, but I could be wrong on that. Yeah, I smoothed that out pretty good there. Yeah, I did see a bump somewhere. But yeah, it was one of those things, it's easy to miss, it's easy to not think about. You place a building, and then it just warps all the terrain around it. But we got this pretty good here. Yeah, I know all my watershed is not going to run down to my neighbor's field. Yeah, that's not the most sound thing. Yeah, I should have put this farther back, but it works. It works. So we're going to park the lifter here. I'll just grab it with the Zador, which I left. Oh yeah, I left the Zador over by that field we were working. And we're going to need a smaller cultivator, that's right, to finish that field. Now this is a close fit, but it does fit. It fits. There we go, like a glove. Oh. Look at that cow right there. That cow. Oh, I was just walking out and I saw... Oh, wait. I can walk through this? No? Well, it let me over here. Oh, weird. How about that? Interesting. All right. So, we've got a cultivator here, do we not? We do. Right here. Well, a disc harrow, but it'll do the same thing. All right. First, where did I put that grain? Where is the grain truck? Yeah, it should have soybeans in it. Here it is. I didn't put it anywhere. It was still by the field. Yeah, we need to take this down to our silo and empty it. All right, so that field got us a total of, oh, there we go, 4,500 liters of soybeans. That was a pretty small field. All right, so I'm going to run this back to our farmhouse, and then going to have to go up and get our tractor, bring it down here, get the disc harrow, and run it back up there to the field. And right as I'm taking this down there, I just had the thought, as long as we're running the tractor down to our farm, we can use this opportunity, use this as an opportunity to take some of the equipment back. We have a three-point hitch in the front that we could be utilizing. Yeah, I always try to keep an eye out for things like that, you know, extra ways, you know, ways to carry extra equipment. We need to haul something back to our farm so we can hook our plow up in the front and grab this trailer and try to avoid having to do less runs like this, you know, all the way across town to grab one attachment if they're all kind of in one place. All right, now that we're down here, what we can do is, I parked it here? Yeah. We'll just grab it. We got to remember to drop off the plow. And there we go. Now, off to the field. And we'll get those corners where I couldn't get with the big bud. I gotta say, this place is pretty green for October. It is. Of course, it'll get pretty gray, you know, come the end of the year. Black and white, but yeah, it's quite colorful here. And I don't just mean the trees. I mean, yeah, everything's pretty green here. Oh, that's right. Our cedar is still up here. We'll have to make a separate trip back for that. Actually, no, we don't. We can take that back if we can attach it to the 3-point on the front. Even though it's a tow, it's meant to be towed down the road. We could attach it on the front as if we were going to use it. And the dirt road down there is wide enough to get it down there. So we can find out. Yeah, there's a sneaky way to get our cedar back. Whoa, wasn't watching the road. That is my fault, car. All right, let's get onto the field so we're not. I start talking and I completely lose any awareness there on the road. And I just had a thought. Will this tractor pull this disc harrow? I mean, this disc harrow, yeah, it just occurred to me. I think we got this disc harrow for use with the big bud. Yeah, you know, I got all the way out here and, all right, I just checked. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, I was just driving down here and I was like, once we get down here, we can unfold this. And then I was looking at it and I was like, that's kind of big for this tractor. I think it'll pull it. Yeah. This Zader is a good tractor. It's got it. Oh, don't hit the field. Don't hit the field. Are we going to hit his field? Yeah, a little. Let's not. Yeah, we were going to, I think. Let's not do that. Just try to find the outer edge of our field here. There we go. And we got all of that. Yeah, wow. We turned a pretty tight corner there. Yeah. And then down here, this is a really tight corner. I think this is like a 100-degree angle or something down here. Yeah, thereabouts. Okay, let's not get in the ravine. Well, let's get the edge of our field. There we go. All right, so with this done, we can just come out here anytime during the remainder of the year. Well, technically we could have done this at any time too, but we'll need to remember to come down here and spread lime on this field, and this will be a pretty good-sized, probably corn field for us. But we'll need a planter. That's right. See, I want to work with corn, and yet I don't have a planter for it. Don't have a the header to harvest it either. Yeah, but I want to plant corn, so to keep our eyes peeled for a corn planter. You know, this is not our backyard anymore, so yeah, I just kind of thought of that. Well, maybe it doesn't look like anyone's moved into the property yet. Now, that said, I think this cedar we're about to grab is the last bit of our equipment. Yep. And I'll show you how we're going to grab this. Here's what we'll do, so we can make it down there in one trip. Drop this off. We'll get our boom up. All right, we'll pull this out here where we can get at it. Drop that off. All right, we'll just hitch this here, and then get our forks up out of the way, and there we go. Now that is economical transportation, and we got plenty of room to get this down to our farm property. All right, so we'll get this store down there, and I think that's about most of the stuff that I wanted to get done for October, and I didn't think I would get it done in one episode. I thought because there were things left over that I wanted to do in September, but yet, of course, there's always more we can do, but we've got all winter to do a lot of things. Whoa, what was that? I have no idea. I hit something or something. Oh, you know what it was? I know what it was. The wheels. Okay, that's what it was. The wheels on the cedar scraped the ground. I was going to say, I've come up and down this road about 300 times. Nothing's ever made me swerve before. Let's go slow then, in case that wheel catches the ground again. Oh, yeah, we don't want to drag in through these crops either. Oh, yeah, well, good thing we plowed this field. Yeah, and we need to plant this with grass. Well, we got to, yeah, you know what? We'll just park the cedar right here. And let's put the disc harrow away, and I'll use that cedar and go ahead and get grass down here. Actually, first we'll want to fertilize this. What is the fertilization state like? It doesn't matter. We'll put fertilizer on at some point. I guess we may as well now. Actually, as long as we have both of these tools out here, these are both the tools we want to work out here. Yeah. All right, so with that lined up, that's what we're doing next. And I may have that done when I see you guys next. Because of the issues I had with the game earlier, I can't be sure how much I've recorded, so hopefully this episode is normal length. Yeah, I hope it's normal length. I haven't been able to keep an eye on I haven't tallied up the recording time. But I'll see you guys on Friday for November. But for sure, I'll see you before then with something else, maybe more in October or a different video. But thanks a lot for watching, following along. Remember, you can always find previous episodes you may have missed in the playlist link down below. I appreciate your guys' comments and input in the comments section. And, of course, I appreciate subscriptions. Thanks a lot for following along and watching the video to the end. You guys are really awesome. For sure, let me know what you think. And I'll see you guys here soon in a day or so.